Hey there. So I recently just got this Futasi gym weights storage system, and I am not using it for a gym. I am actually a photographer, and I need this particular thing to be a storage device for light stands and other odd shaped, really long objects, and also sandbags. And so these things kind of will tend to get heavy, and I need a better storage system than what's out there on the market. And there are some other systems that I could buy, but if there's ever the word photography or film attached to anything, it all of a sudden jacks up the price. And I would rather spend my money on glass and memory cards and other things other than storage systems. So I will say though that when I'm buying like a photography, like a bag for my gear, well, that's a different story. I don't cheap out on that, and I don't try and find other things for that. So, but anyway, that being said, I want to go ahead and get started with putting this together. There were a couple options, and I was also looking for something that would kind of go with the aesthetic of my studio that I have. So I have two different studio spaces, and one is, it's completely white, as you can see. And so I wanted something, I didn't want something that was black and an eyesore to down here. So I have been searching all over the place for just the right thing for in here, and it has not been easy. I did try to use one of those carts that are for drafting like architecture plans and stuff, but that proved to not be good, and it was the slots for holding those paper rolls were too small, and they don't really fit everything that I need to be putting in. So here we go. Let's get started. So this is what it's supposed to look like assembled. I have some different needs, and so what I'm really hoping is that I will actually be able to change up the design a little bit. I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be able to. So hopefully my idea that I had when I saw it works. I'm a little worried it's not going to work the way that I wanted it to. Oh yeah, this is totally gonna work. Okay. It's good to read through the directions. Middle poles. Okay. Okay, so I finished assembling all the legs that are gonna go around. Here we go. So the next step is to install those little clips that are gonna hold up the cart. Now, I do notice that I'm hoping that I can change it a little bit, because I didn't really like the how they had it set up. So I'm hoping that I can kind of change where all of these things hang out on there. So let's see. Okay, so far so good. I'm liking that I'm able to put these clips in other places other than what they're showing in the pictures, because for me that was really important, because the setup is not going to work for me for the reasons why I bought this. So I'm excited that it is versatile. So I'm gonna go get that mallet. I'll be right back. So I brought one of my really heavy light stand poles here to kind of to get an idea of maybe, yeah. So I really don't need that many shelves in here, but I feel like I should put them in here just maybe for a little bit of support. And I do have other things that could go down here that I need to have access to a lot. And so I'm gonna just go grab, okay. So one thing that we definitely would store probably on this cart would be some gaff tape. So I just grabbed a roll of gaff tape because I want to make sure that I have at least enough room for that gaff tape to kind of hang out on there, and potentially some sandbags, which probably would be maybe a little bit higher than this. So, and this is why this particular storage rack really got my eye, because sandbags are heavy. And so knowing how much weight these can hold was definitely something that made them very attractive. So let's see. I want a little bit of clearance, but not too much clearance. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my next shelf at this level. All right, second shelf is on. This is looking good. I mean, so far this is like really nice. I don't think that I want this hanging out too much, so I'm kind of even wondering if I even want to use this as a shelf, and I might just want to even use it as like more support. So I've even thought about going and getting a piece of wood to put here, because I know that this is rated to hold like 300 pounds or something like that, but these being long and skinny, they're like putting a lot of weight on just these like little metal frames. So I don't know if that's gonna really hold it. So I've definitely thought like a piece of plywood or MDF cut to this shape would be like a nice addition for support. So, but we'll see how it all comes together. And like I said, I don't really feel like I need this shelf too much, so I'm just gonna have it be additional support. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this shelf on like this very next one right here. And what's cool is if I change my mind, I can just take it off, and if it doesn't work. So that's nice, you know. I like things that that are not going to be like stuck in, you've got to make your decision up like right now, because it's like you can't ever change it. So I like how flexible these things are. I actually got 2 of these weight racks because I didn't know which one was gonna work better for me. And I might end up installing the other one. And if I do, I'll provide the link below for that one. And however that one worked out. Okay, there we go, top. All right. All right, let's see how flexible these things actually are for creating a different levels. And like I said, my purposes for this weight rack are kind of different than most people. And some people might not understand why I feel the need to have this shelf along with this like basket so close together. But I really do feel like it's gonna add a little bit of extra support in the long run. So I don't really need multiple shelves. I just really need a lot of support and strength there. So hopefully that's gonna work. And next we're gonna do the very last one, which is this one to kind of hold everything. I'm not gonna put it all the way at the top because I have some shorter light stands that I think might need a little bit more side support. So I'm gonna put that this rail right here. So I'm hoping that's a good idea. I'm also wondering if maybe if I bought another one, I could kind of swap out and take 2 of the, I don't know. I've got some ideas. This actually is quite a flexible system, so I'm kind of digging it. Okay, so I built this weight rack and with the intention of using it for light stands and such. I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. I am noticing that there is some bowing down here. And so I think what I am gonna do is I'm definitely gonna find a shelf of some sort. I do have a couple already in the studio, but I think it's something that I'm gonna have to do something specialty for. For now, what I'm gonna do is, because I really don't like how that's putting a lot of pressure down on that, but I'm just gonna put a little piece of cardboard there underneath that until I can go and get a piece of, and honestly, this moves pretty well. I've got a lot more light stands, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more that, so this is my shortest light stand that I have folded up, and whoops, just a little bit. So I guess you can always just not have it down all the way, and voila, there it is. I don't know, I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna go ahead and load some of the rest of the things on here, and hopefully this will be a nice little way to organize the light stands that I have in my studio and put a little bit other things below here. So I'm not always like digging around the studio trying to find where my gaff tape is. So anyway, go ahead and tell me what you think in the comments, and if you like this video, please check out more that I'll have coming, and yeah, how to make your studio organized through things that are not meant for photographers. Stepping outside the box, and after lots of searching in many places, finding gym equipment ended up being honestly a great idea. So I'll have a picture of it, my corner where I keep my light stands, and how nice and organized they're gonna look. Oh, and by the way, it did come with these, actually with these little things on the side. And come to think of it, I think I will install one of them, because I could also, I mean, hang gaff tape off of that. And then maybe put the sandbags below. So that might help. I'm always bumping into things, so these honestly felt like they could be a little dangerous for me, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this, and I hope that if you're a photographer, that you find this hack very helpful. All right, talk